I got on a blended moving average, GameStop from 12 to 50 down to 22 in a long cup of coffee. Who lost money on GameStop?
You know what I'm kind of wondering, since you mentioned Lululemon dropping just then, I'm wondering which portfolio, the meme stock portfolio or the Becky portfolio full of like Lululemon and Anthropology and Starbucks or whatever else, which one would have outperformed since COVID?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, if there is this, I mean, you guys are focused on this, Joe. You're doing the meme stock thing.
And, yeah, that's right. We're doing the meme stock thing here.
You know, it's fun. What's different this time around versus the last time Odd Lots beat the meme stocks to death?
Yeah, well, we crushed it last time. We crushed it this time. You know, I think everyone's just like seen it before, stuck culture, a little tired. It was very interesting and novel, and everyone's like, is there something here that people don't understand? Is there these value? And this time it's like it feels like we ran the entire story. It's like we fast forwarded to the end of the videotape really fast because, like, yeah, we know this story. We know how it ends. We know how it ends before. You might be able to make a little bit money front running the next person, but no one really seems to be under any illusions that.
Well,
like,
it also feels much more cynical on that note, right? Like everyone kind of knows what they're doing, whereas last time there was the whole narrative of apes together
not
strong
the odd lots who drive towards cynicism. That would never happen. Between your two really eclectic backgrounds, should Gary Gensler step in to quote unquote control clowns in the meme stock area?
Who wants to take this one?
I will give you my take, which is I will not offer advice to Gary Gensler, but this is my take.
He listens, so be nice.
Okay. I don't, people should be able to do whatever they want with their money. If they want to gamble in stocks and pay over, go for it. The only people that I really dislike and loathe in this entire situation are the people who pretend that buying GameStop or buying AMC is some sort of like revolutionary act, or like sticking it to the man, or like doing it. It makes no sense. There's no there, right? It's the idea is like, oh, you're gonna buy GameStop, it's gonna be some populist act and overturn the elite because like the Fed has some huge short position on GameStop, and you're gonna like, come on. And so like the only people who I think are like really like contemptible in the whole situation are those people. But everyone else, like, if you want to gamble, if you want to have fun, if you want to, like, post your screenshots to Wall Street Bets of how much money you made or lost, be my guest.
The most charitable interpretation of meme investing, I think, and the one that I sometimes subscribe to make myself feel better, is if you want to treat the stock market like a GoFundMe for a business that you have feelings about, whether it's GameStop or AMC, you have this sort of nostalgia associated with it, then fine. I guess the most uncharitable interpretation of it would be stock manipulation, and that's where you get into the Gensler stuff. I will say every once in a while I think about what it would be like if the meme crowd came for commodities.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you remember in the original meme stock craze, 2021, there was some talk of going after silver. And I think there was like a tiny bit of a squeeze, but then it petered out. Sometimes I wonder what would happen then and whether feelings would start to change if suddenly people are squeezing, I don't know, the price of corn or something.
We've had huge moves in cocoa.
That's
huge moves in copper, huge moves in
coffee,
gold, silver,
orange juice.
The commodities have been ripping, so who knows? But I just noted in meme stocks this time around, the amount of dollars actually being traded every day is really significant. So I'm always like, who the hell's trading this stuff?
It's pretty wild that GameStop basically got very, or close, not quite to its highs from the last cycle, from like nowhere. But it's like, that was like so fast. I do think like, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, to provide wisdom on this.
Sure.
I mean, he was shortlisted for the new coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Sheldon Keefe is out. And they picked Craig Berube, which I get because of his work with the Flyers and the Blues. But I'm sorry, Luke Kawa was shortlisted for that slot.
Yeah.
Toronto, what's he going to add to this?
I don't know. I mean, I think now that his career path of coaching the Toronto Maple Leafs has been cut off, I don't know what he's going to do. But apparently he has.
Is he on garden leave?
He's not. Well, I think he had about 5 minutes of garden leave
wait a second,
between jobs.
Is he still at UBS or does he leave UBS?
He left.
No, he's left. He's over at Sherwood Media now.
Which is the new Robin Hood thing. So
Speaking
he's in the belly
of
the belly of the meme stock beast, but he gets to write again.
But the reason we want to talk to him is because I think he was the first person at Bloomberg to really dive into Wall Street Bets early, like a year before or 2 years before the meme stock craze took off. And then there are persistent rumors, and I plan on asking him about this when we do the interview, that he is in fact a secret Wall Street Bets mod. So we'll
Is
find
that really
out.
a rumor that people spread? Oh, wow.